storms. Finally, get some good time lapses right there. That was questionable. The little hooky part just flew out of my tripod. It smells like rain. I feel like I should be more that way because all the storms are right here. Come in this way. I'm gonna get those first, and then we'll go over there. Definitely starting to sprinkle. I feel like I need to get this set up quick. I'm gonna go with aperture priority mode. Normally I would do like f11 or f16 or something because I'm shooting all the way over there and I want, you know, all the fine detail, but I'm gonna go with f5 because my sensor's really dirty. Aperture priority mode. So I'll let the shutter do whatever it wants. I should probably also put a filter on, so it's better to get slightly longer exposures for time lapses. I usually like, especially the clouds, I like half a second to a second, but I feel rain and I want to get this like going quickly. I'm gonna do fast intervals, so I'm gonna do 2-second intervals because this stuff is moving kind of quick. Focus on infinity. There we go. Okay, that's going. Clouds over there, very nice. I gotta set a timer so that I know 12 minutes. All right, what are we talking about? Why did I come out here? Well, I came out here to time lapse. I also came out here to, oh yeah, by the way, I made a video the other day, yesterday. I don't know what day you're watching this, but yesterday I made a video about Moments Creator Grant giveaway. So they're doing a big giveaway for 5 creators, funding $500 cash, brand new Fuji camera, these cool Peak Design custom Fuji straps, which I had on my other camera and I just took off. So there's still time for that. Check out that video if you want to know more about winning some cash and some gear. And if you're watching this in the future, then stay on the lookout for more of those because they did say they were going to do more. And I feel like I'm squinting really badly. Like it's just contrasty out here and I don't have my sunglasses anymore. Very sad about that. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about was there is a lot of stuff going on with the R5 and the R6. And yes, I did pre-order both of them, so I am ready and waiting. And I will definitely have tons of videos on and about and with them as soon as I can get them. I did get a notification today, though, that Amazon pushed back the pre-order. I pre-ordered them the day they came out, like 3 hours after I could pre-order. So I was kind of hoping I'd be in that first batch. But I got a notification today that they pushed it back, the R5 pre-order date, from shipping July 31st to shipping sometime between August 9th and September 9th or something. I don't know. I'm very sad about that. I digress. So I've been watching, like everybody else, pretty much any reputable video that I could find from people that either I know or I know of or that I've followed for a long time on YouTube and throughout the interwebs, and reading reviews, early looks and all of that. Of course, everybody's watched Peter McKinnon's videos. He seems to be the only person that's actually had the cameras that's been allowed to do anything with. I saw another guy in the UK that had some really great videos, but no one is allowed to put out any visuals from them yet. They're not allowed to show any stills or videos until probably closer to release or even release time. And therein lies a lot of the problem. One, not very many people have them, and two, there's a lot of speculation, and three, the people that do have them are not allowed to show anything or say anything about the actual results. So my whole thing is there's a lot of negativity going on. You know, I read Canon rumors and I read f-stoppers sometimes, and I read the comments from all of these other videos. There is a lot of negativity, and there's a lot of YouTubers out there who are encouraging the negativity or promoting it, or, you know, just helping with the bashing and fanning the flames, you know, especially about this whole overheating thing and the 20 megapixels in the R6 not being good enough and all of this stuff. There's a lot going on here, and I just want to kind of give a few of my thoughts. Plus I want to talk about a couple of things that I've noticed about the specs of the R5 and the R6 that I don't think too many people are talking about, and it's relevant to me as a time-lapse photographer, and it might be relevant to you too, hopefully. So let's get those out of the way real quick. There has been almost no mention of the time-lapse capabilities of both the R5 and the R6. I keep pointing to my cameras like I have them already, like this is my 5D and that's my RP. So we're just gonna pretend this is the R5 and that's the R6, because I don't know what my hands are doing. I need to be animated, you know? So I have scoured online. I've been on Canon's website. I've been on DP Review because they published a pretty in-depth look at the specs. I've watched every video I could, and nobody has talked about time-lapse capabilities at all. And Canon has been notorious with putting time-lapse features in certain cameras and leaving them out of others. I'm filming this on my 1DX Mark II, which has zero time-lapse capabilities. It neither has movie mode time-lapses nor a built-in intervalometer. However, my 5D4 has both of those, but it only has movie mode time-lapse in 1080p. My RP has movie mode time-lapses in 4K and a full intervalometer. The R only has 4K movie time-lapse mode. It has no built-in intervalometer. So Canon's all over the place with this kind of stuff. And as a time-lapse photographer and a professional who really needs that kind of stuff, I was really worried, even though I did pre-order them. I didn't pre-order them solely as time-lapse cameras, of course. But that's one of the big things for me, and it's like I would have gotten an intervalometer, or I would have used the intervalometers that I had, you know, externally and dealt with that kind of stuff, sure. But there's been no nomenclature, no mention of time-lapse. Anyway, so I was watching a video of this guy in the UK. I can't remember his name, but he's much bigger of a YouTuber than I am. And he got the pre-production models, and he was going through the menus, and he actually stopped and he showed, and he didn't talk about it, but I paused it and saw that they both do, the R5 and the R6 have built-in intervalometers, as well as some kind of time-lapse movie mode. I don't know what custom features they'll have in the time-lapse movie mode, but I don't really use the time-lapse movie modes anyways. I usually use the intervalometer and then edit with the raw images and Lightroom Mobile, not Lightroom Mobile, LR time-lapse. I can't talk today. So that's confirmed, and I am very, very happy about that. Let's talk about a couple of the negatives or drawbacks. So I ordered the R6 as kind of a backup to the R5 and as a video specialist, because hopefully it's going to do better in low light. It's got that same sensor as the 1DX Mark III, so I bought that for its low light capabilities. I also bought it to do YouTube videos because everyone's, you know, stoked on the R6 for being 4K. I think it does it do 4K 60? I think so. And 1080, 120, and all of this stuff, and it's going to be amazing. IBIS, everything's wonderful. The bit rates are nice and big. So we should have really high quality. The one thing that most people, I've seen it mentioned a little bit, but the one thing most people haven't talked about for the R6 is the fact that currently, as of pre-release, all of the video codecs are only in IPB. And if you don't know what that means, then basically it means IPB is a very compressed format to allow for smaller file sizes, which is great for if you're not going to do that much editing or if you're running and gunning, that sort of thing. And that's how my RP is. And I bought the RP to be my YouTube video, vlogging camera, all of that. And the video looks great, but I have noticed that it's all IPB. And if you try to edit it too hard and push the saturation, the colors, that kind of stuff too far, it's gonna break much sooner than these cameras break in terms of editing ability or color grading ability. Now, the thing that I don't know how it's gonna affect that being IPB is the fact that the R6 and the R5 both have Canon log, so they both have C log. Very excited about that. That's gonna help you get much more dynamic range out of your images. I did see, so this is one of the things that I wanted to bring up. I wanted to bring up the fact that the R6 is only an IPB, so if you are a video editor, keep that in mind. However, there is a potential for that to change, because I saw on the Canon Rumors website, and take this with a grain of salt because rumors is in their name, that Canon has unofficially announced that they are doing firmware updates, and one of those firmware updates for the R6 is going to be the inclusion of All-I, which is the larger file format, which is what you'd want to use for maximum editing capability. So if that's true, I don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen before they release it or after they release it, I don't care. But if it does happen, I will be very excited, and that will make the R6 probably the best camera of 2020, hands down, period, like in my opinion. So the R5 is already going to have that stuff. Now let's talk about some of this internet negativity. And if you follow my channel, you know I'm not a negative person. Anytime I've ever had anything bad to say, I try not to say it too negatively, I guess. I try not to emphasize on the negative. I don't like to live my life focusing on negativity in any aspect of my life, and camera gear and speculation especially, is no exception to that. Everyone is freaking out about the R5 overheating, and this is my thought on that. It's a mirrorless. This is not the first mirrorless or DSLR type camera to have overheating issues. It's the form factor, it's something that we're just going to have to deal with, and being negative about stuff that you can't change is not going to help you. I guarantee you that the people that are actually going to buy the R5 for both photos and videos, whatever, especially for videos, are not going to be complaining that hardcore, because again, they're saying 20 minutes of record time in 8K RAW before it starts to overheat at room temperature. First of all, the first caveat to that is, to record 8K for 20 minutes, you're gonna need like a 512 gig CF Express card or a terabyte. I think they said the terabyte CF Express card can do 50 minutes, and I think so the 512 will do somewhere around 20 to 25 minutes. That's gonna cost you like $500 or more dollars. I think the terabyte one might even be $700 to $800. That's my time lapse again. All right. So turn that off. So that's gonna be $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 plus for one card that you're gonna need to spend just to get 20 straight minutes. In my experience, it's unlikely that someone like me, or the bigger people than me even, are going to use a DSLR or a mirrorless and film in 8K RAW for clients. First of all, I don't even have any clients. I've shot for Subaru, for Trek, for large companies that know what they're doing and want stuff. And I have never been asked to shoot in 8K or 6K. 4K is kind of starting to become the norm, and sure, I'll shoot in 4K. But 8K, like, first of all, who's going to be filming in an 8K? 99% of the people who buy the R5 are likely not going to be shooting in 8K professionally, full-time, with it. Maybe here and there, maybe some clips, maybe some little feature, mini features or whatever, anything like that. My point with this is, I'm rambling, there's just so much negativity saying how the Canon R5 is horrible, and that they lied to us, and that they crippled it in Canon fashion, and nobody's unusable, and you can't, it's gonna overheat and all that stuff. And it's like, you don't even know, you don't have it. Calm down. Let's all just relax and quit being so negative. Like, Like, that is just fanning the flames, and it's scaring people. That's another reason why I'm making this video, is because I've been getting so many DMs and comments and all that stuff about, hey, I'm thinking about getting the R5 or the R6, but I'm scared because everyone's saying how crap it's gonna be and it's gonna overheat and all that. And it's like, every time I have to respond, it's like, are you gonna shoot an 8K for more than 20 minutes? Are you gonna shoot an 8K at all? Are you even gonna have enough money to buy the R5 and the CF Express card that you're gonna need to film an 8K? I'm not. I'm a professional. And I just spent money on both the R5 and the R6, but I didn't have enough left over to even buy a CF Express card. So if I want to film an 8K, I'm gonna have to use my SD cards and film an IPB 8K, which is the lowest compression, and I'll still only get a few minutes out of that. Why would I do that? Personally, I wouldn't. You know, I bought that camera for the stills capability and for the improved normal video capability. The 8K is awesome. It's there as future proofing. It's there to flex, and it's there to show everybody what's up. But it's not there, I don't think, to be taken seriously in this regard. For 99% of the people, that's not gonna matter. Everything else on that camera that is amazing is gonna matter. Canon's dual pixel autofocus, the 45 megapixels, the 1D Mark III sensor, the 1DX Mark III sensor in the R6, the 12 frames a second, the 20 frames a second, the rest of the video modes, the fact that they're putting C-Log in both of these cameras right off the bat without having to do anything, that kind of stuff is what is gonna matter here. All the rest of the normal stuff is what matters. People are freaking out about the extremes of something, and the extremes of something that's not even out and that they haven't even tested yet. So if you're one of those people that's freaking out and falling into all this negative hype, I urge you to just calm down, at least rent it when it comes out for yourself, and quit spreading the fire. All right, the wind has calmed down. That storm has passed. That time lapse is done. This time lapse is done. I think I'm gonna do one more time lapse with a super long lens. I think I'm also done rambling because I am quite thirsty now, and my tea is back in my car. That's a horrible, horrible mistake to make. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about in this video, about the upcoming cameras, leave them in the comments below and I will definitely answer them. And you know that I will be making more videos as soon as I get my hands on these cameras. And I hope that you guys, if you're new to my channel and you're still here, thank you, subscribe for me. I really appreciate that. But whether you're new here or you've been here for a long time, I hope you guys will know that I try to be as unbiased and as objective as possible for everything that I review. I do a lot of different reviews on a lot of different gear and all kinds of stuff, and I always try to be as objective as possible. I may not be the most scientific reviewer out there. I can't be bothered. I don't have the time for that kind of stuff all the time. But I give you guys my real opinions. I am not a fanboy of anything. I have shot with every major brand out there, and I do not let what I use influence my ability to review things for you guys. I try to stay as clear-headed as possible. So I hope you guys know that. And I hope that I can come across as trustworthy to you guys when I'm giving you my opinion. I will never be paid to do reviews for anybody. First of all, I'm not even that big. I'm still such a tiny little fish in the big sea of YouTube. But even if and when I ever get that big, I will never take paid reviews. I don't do that. You know, a lot of the stuff that I have reviewed, people have sent me for free, but there is no contracts, there are no payments, there are no money, there are no anything involved. I say what I want, I say what I feel, and I hope that that comes across as trustworthy for you guys. All right, I need to wrap it up here because I've probably been filming for close to 30 minutes straight. Hopefully it won't be that long of a video with my rambling. I'll cut a bunch of it out. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will definitely answer them. If there's any particular things you want to see that you don't think you've seen on the interwebs anywhere else in terms of what people are going to review for those, the R5 and the R6, let me know beforehand and I'll have a chance to think about that and mess around with that particular aspect of something and maybe be able to get those into the review for you guys. Last thing, it's my birthday month. My Lightroom and Photoshop preset pack is on sale down below, as is my Photoshop and Luminar Sky library. Those are both on sale for the whole month of July. So if you like presets or need some new skies for your Photoshop ins or whatever, definitely check those out. They help support my channel, my family. I really appreciate it. I created them because I love them, and I hope you guys will like them too. That is it. I am done. I've been rambling forever. I'm starving. It is, I don't know what time of day it is, but it's time for food. It's time for tea. So hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, or if it helped you out at all. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I've got new videos every week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.